신경 쓰세지.
And we're back with another 17 reaction. This time we're checking out 17's Don't Wanna Cry
Wow.
music video.
Such an iconic song.
Again,
You don't know
I
the
don't
song,
know
right?
this one.
Never ever heard of it?
I don't think so.
Like Before
'cause
Killing
we're
Boys?
choosing from the set list, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, when I heard it, I was like, well, I
Oh,
feel
really? Like you never
if
heard
I force
of it?
myself, I'm like, yeah, I guess I kind of have heard it maybe, but like that's already like, no, you don't know this
Okay,
song.
okay. Yeah.
So I don't know
that's
this song. I had only like one maybe that I kind of knew, one or two.
true.
Otherwise, it's like all new to me, basically. Like I might have heard it somewhere, but you know. You know this one, but you've never
Yep.
seen the music video.
No.
I don't know this one, so I'm going in completely blind. You are going in with some knowledge of the music itself,
and
but
also
not
it's been
the
a
visuals.
while, yeah, that I've heard.
And it's an old song, right?
Yeah.
This
7
was one
years
of the most
already?
requested songs, especially on the comment section of our Patreon page, which we sort of prioritize. But obviously, we're gonna go through everything. So let's check it out first. And before we start, of course, if you do want to keep things up to date, we are planning to react to more 17 songs as well as like Game Caterers and Going 17. So if you're perhaps like multi-stan, right? Maybe you're a fan of Skiz or ATs or other groups that we react to regularly, then check out our Patreon page to make sure that you don't miss our first drop for 17 contents. Otherwise, let's get this party started.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Click.
2017. Wow. Kind of a house kind of thing.
Bass.
Okay. Don't wanna cry.
Fox effects.
Man, they look different.
Yo, the dance is so identical. Wow. Whoa.
Dance, really.
You're loving the choreo.
Love how they do the build up with the falsetto.
Yeah.
It gets softer.
I love this part.
Okay, classic build up.
Whoa.
Wow.
How are they doing this? Whoa.
Okay, 671. That's cool. Love the snap too.
Oh, sick. I want to see the performance for this song. Great harmonization.
Yeah, this part's really good. Hey, okay, so this is like yeah, like Future House, right? Yeah.
Oh, bridge.
Line cliches. Then going down to 6.
The choreo.
Oh. Oh, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
That's sick. Damn. Man, every track we check out,
Amazing,
it's just
right?
like, yeah.
And also, I just want to see their performance for this by watching
Yeah.
this music video.
Wow.
The way they're using the choreo, it's amazing.
I guess like especially for you because you already know the music.
Right. So I was able to
Looking
focus
at
on
the dance might have
visual
like
part.
it might have been a surprise.
Yeah,
because you have
big
an image of the
surprise.
song already, right?
They dance so identical, you know, like especially the scene like where they're going like this
It's
kind
super
of thing.
synchronized. Yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Like whoa, really cool. Those parts like they're going X, they're going like domino kind of thing, and all a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah, really loved it.
So I know, like for now, right, with the things we've checked out, I'm getting hints of the 17 sound. Like they do different genres, but there's always that 17
Yep.
feel.
Yep, exactly.
In the music,
Exactly.
Not just from the vocal style, but just generally just the way the music goes and the sources that they use and mix in here and there. Oh, there's something that screams 17, right? I have a very small pool of examples to pull from here right now, but this one felt less like that than the ones we've checked out so far for me because this is an older song.
And also the genre is very different.
The genre is
yeah,
very-
because like what I find is that 17 genre-wise, they're really good with funky type of rhythm and also the top lines too with high harmonization. They still had it over here, but you know the genre is totally different. It's like a future bass or house kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think that makes it a little bit different.
Which in itself is sort of a restricting genre, right? Future bass itself. Like you can't go too crazy with it. There is a specific thing that makes the sound what it is. And so if you deviate too much from it, then it no longer is compared to other genres, I feel like. So that's another thing, but not necessarily a negative thing. The point I was trying to make is that despite all that, I still thought that the bridge was something that is very different.
Yeah.
Something that I did not see
Yeah.
coming. And I absolutely love the chorus there, including the line cliche that they did going
Especially
down
they're
from
falling,
one.
right?
I love that, and before that too, they put in a different chord.
Starting with 7, right?
Yeah.
Seven
it was
diminished.
great.
You know how we talked about last time? There's like Woozi and Bumzu who are like the main producers doing the 17, and I feel like it has a lot to do with 17's top lines. And what I'm always surprised, and especially for this song, which I didn't know about, is the harmonizations that they did. You know, if you actually listen carefully, especially in the pre-chorus part, there is a high note harmony on top of it. But you can't really hear it like when you're just like listening to this. But when you listen closely and carefully, you hear that note above. Like, oh shit, it's so satisfying. And also in the chorus part, if you listen to 울고 싶지 않아, it actually has octave high unison on it. I just find it's insane. I don't know who does that, if it's probably Bumzu or one of the members.
Especially just the Anna part, right?
Yeah, really cool. I think it's one of 17 style.
Especially regarding the pre-chorus section, what's really cool is that when the pre-chorus starts, which is evident but is not too different from the verse at first, right? Because it's like the second part, the part that we both liked. That's when they start really building up to the chorus.
Yeah.
But the first part, I feel like the harmonized vocal is easier to spot. Then when the second part comes, it's harder, but it's still there, and that's the one you're referring to, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
When you say harmonization
The B part, yep.
present, and that's brilliant. Like it's so subtle, but it's still there, and then they sort of get rid of. I almost feel like there's still like multiple tracks in the chorus section as well.
Of course,
but it's just the octave line that's like more audible.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just present. Yeah, that's like a thing that I noticed too with 17 music is like how much they use vocal harmonization in places you don't expect.
Yeah, it's something that it's unexplainable, but the way they're using the chords about the harmonization, and especially loving that high note harmonizations, and that's something that only 17 has, I think.
It's different from a conventional doubling. That
No,
you hear.
that's very different. Yeah, and I think it comes from Bumzu. I think that's what I'm just assuming. Yeah.
And lastly, I do want to talk briefly about the lyrics. Because I thought that's also another part that is really, really, really great. I see that there's not even like subs.
No.
like closed
Yeah.
caption for this video.
It's been a while, I guess.
And I'm sure like a lot of people already know the English translations and all that. Obviously, I can't confirm whether the translation is right because it's non-existent on this thing. What I really like is, first of all, this is 2017. And it's future based, and there's like this label that gets attached to that era in the K-pop industry, and this is talking about love.
Yeah.
Especially with this genre, I feel like it gets a free pass even when it's a bit simple. But this one, I found that they had a very interesting way of telling that story. Firstly, it's called "Don't Wanna Cry." I don't wanna cry. And when I first started listening to the song, the first thing I was impressed by initially was this is like hide and seek almost. Like this is a past love, but they're writing the lyrics as if they're looking for, like searching for that person, as if that person is hiding, and this person, or 17, has to look for that person without crying. Like, I'm about to cry, but I can't cry because I know you're there. Stop joking around. Where are you? I gotta hold it in because I gotta look for you. I can't have teary eyes and like not be able to see.
Yeah.
I gotta hold it in. That was already impressive, but that didn't really completely tie the song for me until they actually sealed it by putting that line at the end where they say, I don't want to cry when we see each other. Until that point, the song sort of misdirects into thinking that this is about them not wanting to cry until they meet each other. But at the end, it turns out it's about not wanting to cry when they meet each other. And that sort of like changes everything about the journey that we've sort of like followed through this like 3-minute song. Yeah, and just the way they play around with the simple theme. And you know, 울고 싶지 않아 itself too, although it is pretty catchy and it's a great line, it's not like too crazy out there. It's not like, wow, I've never thought about that at all, right, as the lyrics. Like it's not like that, but it's just like the way they put it, way they used it, and way they built the story around it that makes it unique. And which I think we also found similar things in the previous song that we checked out, Home, with the visuals and the way they tell story. Like it just adds a lot more to the words or phrases that we already know. It's not just about being really overly poetic. It's just using simple things that we already know, building a strong story. It's great.
Wow, I'm just checking the credits. For the lyrics, it's only the members and Bumzu.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. There
That's
we go.
insane. So I guess 17 is really themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that I sort of knew, but if you've been on our channel before, you know that we like to point out translation errors or wordplays, you know, things that you can't really know unless you know Korean. But for 17 songs, it's not even about that. It's just about the story itself. So even if you just read the translation, as long as it's correct, we can still have a lot of interesting talks about the meaning of the story and the way it's structured. Yeah, it's really nice. So that was 17, Don't Wanna Cry, aka 울고 싶지 않아.
Wow.
Beautiful track. Loved it. We've heard other recommendations. We're gonna go through the comments as usual for this one as well. So please comment down below what we should check out next going from this point. It doesn't even have to be from the Killing Voice. So whatever you feel is natural for a newcomer to check out next to talk about the music and everything. Comment down below, let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one, everybody. Take care.
Take care.
Swan Blood.
Rebecca Stillwell Miller.
Meyer Harin.
Zuzu.
Awang Lamsd.
Nerin.
Claire Brinkley.
Luna.
L.
Melissa Cotton.
Jen. PTX.
Heather Hira.
Strawberry.
Alex Edwards.
Ale.
Aiko.
Kylie Yoga.
Anais.
Connie Chang.
Dilla.